Hi guys, I'm Kim and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here again today. I am here today with my January 2023, no, what am I doing? Yes, I am here today with my January 2023 budget wrap up. So you get to be nosy and see where I overspent, where I underspent, where I can improve, how much extra we may have bought in for the month or what we didn't. If that's something that interests you, then make sure that you keep watching this video. Right, so this is my January 2023 budget wrap up. So for the month of January, we planned to bring in $9,340 and we actually bought in $14,125.93 for the month, which was an additional $4,785.93. So that is obviously a lot more than what we had budgeted to bring in. So the reason that we ended up with this much extra was because we refinanced our home loan because it just... well, our fixed rate was about to run out on our mortgage and we wanted to combine our cars and our home into one payment to make it easier for us come June, July when I go on maternity leave. It just would mean reduced payments for outgoings, which will allow for me to have that time off, the 12 months off that I want to be able to do to learn how to be a mum. So the reason that we got the extra income was because with the free refinance, the bank that we went with had a cashback offer. So the cashback offer was $3,000. So we got given $3,000 for going through this new bank to refinance. And also there was a small amount of cash left over after we paid out the car loans that just went straight back into the savings. And also I sold a few bits and pieces on Poshmark, some things on Facebook Marketplace, just had a bit of a clean out of some stuff. And yeah, that's how we ended up with the extra $4,785 in savings, which was a really nice amount extra over and above to be able to put towards our sinking funds for the month. So yeah, when we get down to the bottom of the spreadsheet, I will explain to you how we allocated that extra money towards our sinking funds. All right, so for our debt section, we planned to spend $2,412 for the month on our mortgage and cars, and we actually only ended up spending $1,088.17, which was a saving of $1,323.83. Now, the reason this is so low is because not only with the refinance, but from the settlement date of our new loan, we actually ended up having, I think it was like 2 weeks where we didn't have to make mortgage repayments because the first one wasn't scheduled to come out for 2 weeks. So that's pretty much their 2 weeks of mortgage payments. We planned to put 40 into my super, which we did, and we also put 40 into Ben's super. We invested $50. Our electricity was a bit higher than anticipated, so we budgeted $80, and we actually ended up spending $145, which was $65 more. Planned to spend $100 on gas. We spent $100 on gas, $60 on water, and that's what we spent. $200 on council rates. $240 is what we budgeted for Foxtel and internet, but we only spent $180, which was $60 under, which pretty much balanced out the electricity cost. $126 for my phone, nothing for Ben's phone because he was in credit. Now, moving on to the insurances and registration section, we spent $84 on health insurance, $127.25 on home and contents insurance, $56.75 on my car insurance, $70.74 on Ben's car insurance, $46.66 on my car registration, as well as $46.66 on Ben's car registration. Now for the subscriptions, we spent $6.99 for $17.99 for Canva, $6.99 for Amazon Prime, $14.99 for Apple iCloud, $4 for OnePass, $11.99 for Google Play, $15.99 for Netflix, $11.99 for Spotify, $14 for Stan, and $15.95 for Xbox. Now moving on to the variable daily living expenses. So we budgeted to spend $2.50 on fuel, and we actually spent $228.99, which was a saving of $21.01 under budget. We budgeted to spend $1,150 on groceries and household, and we actually spent $934.04, which was $215.96 under budget. $300 was the budget for dine out and takeaway, and we spent $830.75, which was $530.75 more than the budget. Now, January was kind of like December in the sense of we were still on holidays, we were still catching up with friends, we were still going out, we were still doing things, we were on annual leave. We didn't actually go back to work till the 9th of January, so we almost had like 2 weeks still of, you know, living it up and overspending in these areas. So we have made ourselves a little challenge to see if we can do much better in February. And we say this to ourselves every month, but we sat down last night and had a really good chat, and we're like, this is a problem, it's got to stop. Even though we can kind of talk to the December and January overspend, like February, we really need to hone in on this dine out and takeaway budget, or we really need to look at upping it because we constantly are going over in this area. For entertainment, we budgeted $150 and we spent $352.40, which was $202.40 over budget. Once again, did a few more activities than what we'd planned on during our holidays, so that's where we went over there. With the splurge money, we planned $934 and we actually got $932, which was $2 under the budget. So the splurge money is 10% of our total income, split between the two of us, and there's no questions asked spending money. So if we want to go shopping, go to the pub, buy alcohol, get a new pair of shoes, you know, those things that aren't necessary but you just want to have a little bit of fun with, that's what that money's for. So neither of us can question each other as to why are you spending money on that. So overall, we plan to spend $6,677 for the month, and we actually spent $5,853.30, which was under by $824.65. So even though we went over in these areas, because back up here, we had those 2 weeks without mortgage repayments while we were waiting for, you know, the settlement to properly go through, we actually still ended up not spending the budget that we'd allocated. So yeah, it wasn't terrible, but I still don't want to encourage bad behaviours for ourselves. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the sinking funds. So we budgeted to be able to add $2,662.05 to our sinking funds for the month, and we actually were able to add $8,272.63, which was an additional $5,610.58 more than what we planned. So this is huge. Like, oh my gosh, I wish every month was like that. Wouldn't that be amazing? So yeah, now what I'm going to do is show you how we actually allocated this $8,272 to our sinking funds for the month. So we added $5,019.51 to maternity leave, which gives us a current total of $16,278.03. We added an additional $500 back into the emergency savings to start building that back up after spending a chunk of it on our dog's surgery. So that's now at $10,844.57. we added $200 towards the nursery, but we spent $645.54 for the month on the nursery, baby clothes, you know, getting all that sort of stuff ready. So we currently have $947.62 in that fund. We added $100 towards the baby shower. I spent $30.65, giving us a remaining total of $69.35. Thailand trip, we started adding to that this month. Still not 100% sure when or if it's happening, but we thought we'd rather start adding to it now. So we added $250, giving us a total of $250. Put $150 towards gifts, which gives us $340.54 in that fund for the time being. Car maintenance, we added $100, giving us $101.50. Christmas, we added $100, giving us $100. Miscellaneous, added nothing, but spent $210.25, which leaves us with $171.16 remaining. We added $500 to medical, and we spent $355.28, leaving us with $247.94. So this expense was due to I had to have my 12-week scan, and Ben actually ended up breaking his foot and had to have some x-rays and some extra doctor's appointments, as well as some vitamins and stuff for my pregnancy. So yeah, we're definitely spending a lot more in the medical category at the moment due to being pregnant. We added $689.27 to the dog medical fund, and we spent $689.27. So that was some x-rays, scans, and a specialist appointment post-op from my little pup's surgery. We added nothing to home improvements, and there's currently nothing sitting in that fund. For clothing, $122.95 is what I added, and that is also what we spent. That was just for some maternity pants, and that leaves us with $0 in that fund for the time being. I added $100 towards the credit card fee, which is due in a few months, so that gives us $100 in that fund at the moment. Added $90 to the dog grooming fund, which gives us a total of $90 for the time being. For personal grooming, added $255.90, and we spent $255.90, leaving us with nothing in that fund for the time being. So personal grooming is things like haircuts, nails, eyelash tint, hair colours, like anything like that. When my husband gets his beard trimmed, if he needs some more beard wash, beard oil, personal grooming. That's what we, that's the sort of things that we put in that fund. We added $30 to gardening, and we used $30, $20 for ambulance, giving us the total of $20, $15 for RAA, giving us $15, and $10 for emergency services levy with a total of $10, and $10 towards the dog registration with $10 in that fund at the moment, and $10 for the Ring doorbell subscription, and that's what we currently have in that fund. So that gives us a total sinking fund balance of $29,605.71. So all of that money sits in one account, as I've mentioned before, and yeah, just this is how I track with the spreadsheet what is available in each fund. So the budget summary, this is just a breakdown of what percentage we spent in what categories. So we spent 8.09% in debt. I wish that it always looked like that, because, that's an amazing debt figure. It would be great if it was nothing, but we're not quite there yet. 0.97% for investing in extra super, 0.97% for utilities, 3.21% for insurances and registration, 0.85% for subscriptions, 17.45% towards our daily living expenses, 6.93% towards other, and 61.53% towards sinking funds. That is a figure that I'm happy with. I wish that, like I said before, it always looked like that, and we had a very small debt percentage, and a very, very high sinking fund and savings. But I will take the win for the month, okay? So if this spreadsheet is something that interests you, I do have a version of it available for sale in my Etsy store for a small fee. So that is linked down below, and you can click that. Like I said, there's a small fee and it is an instant download to Excel, and yeah, it comes with like pre-populated with formulas, and you just fill it in to suit you. I've got a few handy little hints and tips in there of, you know, the sorts of things that you might want to add into it. And you can, yeah, basically customize and make it your own. And not only that, there is also a YouTube video on this channel that shows you how to use it. So it is not this exact spreadsheet. This one is very custom to me and my needs, but it is very, very similar to this. What I'm going to do now is quickly run you through my net worth for the month. So the net worth value we get by adding all of our assets and subtracting all of our liabilities, and that will give us the net worth for the month. So for the house is currently valued at $560,000. Ben's super is currently at $90,772. My super, I've got two accounts, so one of them is at $9,362, the other is at $75,988.33. We have $1,200 in the offset savings, and well, let me get this to the exact figure. It is 29,605.71. Okay. Ben's car is valued at $21,000. My car is valued at $23,250, and we have $750 in shares and investments, giving us a total asset value of $811,928.04. And our only liability is our mortgage, which is currently $400,000 exactly, and that gives us a current net worth of $411,000. Sorry, 4,100, oh my gosh, $411,928.04. I got there in the end. Having a bit of a brain fade moment. So last month the net worth was $399,487.07. So our net worth actually went up $12,440.97 in the month of January, which is, you know, definitely a big improvement from previous months where we've actually lost. So I am quite happy and comfortable that I have seen growth in our net worth over the past 12 months, and that, yeah, we're over the 400,000 mark now, and, you know, hopefully we can have a net worth of over 500,000 maybe by the end of the year. Who knows? Let's see how we go. Okay, and that was it, guys. That was my January 2023 budget wrap up. How are we already 1 month down? Like, this month has just flown. It's going to be December before we know it, let's be real. As you can see, we brought in a lot of extra income this month due to the refinance, selling a few things, which was explained to you all, you know, in that portion of the video. But I'm just so grateful and fortunate that we were able to add so much money to our sinking funds this month and really beef things up and kick some goals at the start of the year, and just really feel like we're, you know, heading into 2021, where am I? Heading into 2023 with a bang when it comes to our budget. So yeah, we definitely overspent in some areas, but we also underspent in a lot of others. And regardless of the overspend, we still managed to come in under budget for the month, thanks to the extra income that we were able to bring in. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, then make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below and ring that little bell, and that way you'll get notified of my videos in the future. And also don't forget that if you enjoy the spreadsheet that I use, it is available in my Etsy store for a small fee. I'll leave that link down below, okay? So it is also accompanied with a video that you can watch here on YouTube, and it will talk you through how to use it. Anyway, have a good one and I'll talk to you soon. Until next time, bye guys.